Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Game Fountain. Here are the best Forza games of all time. Number 10, Forza Horizon. This exciting spin-off game showed much promise when it was released. Criticized for not being as refined as its predecessors, Forza Horizon tackled something new. Open-world exploration racing games were relatively new when Forza Horizon released. Forza Horizon had to compete with critically acclaimed games like Need for Speed, Most Wanted for the open-world racing game throne. It played phenomenally, making it a shoo-in for this list.
Awesome. This is so awesome. Oh shit. I thought that was nitro.
Number 9, Forza Motorsport 7. The Forza Motorsport video game series has come a long way since its early days. We now come to Forza Motorsport 7, the most recent game in the series. It's essentially a reimagining that contains many of the best tracks in the series, as well as a new Dubai circuit. Developer Turn 10 Studios is a company that is continually innovating for its next release. Unfortunately, Forza Motorsport 7 didn't do enough to distinguish itself from Forza Motorsport 6. With that said, the game features over 700 cars, some of which are Forza Edition cars taken from Forza Horizon 3. This game was worth playing despite its shortcomings. Number 8, Forza Motorsport 5. As a launch game for the Xbox One, Forza Motorsport 5 had the potential to be a smashing success for an utter failure. Thankfully, when developer Turn 10 Studios makes a Forza game, their worst product is leagues ahead of most other racing games. Featuring the McLaren P1 as its cover vehicle, there is much detail put in this vehicle alone. The spoiler rises and lowers when you're driving and parking, respectively. The introduction of Drivatars was a neat feature for AI-based progression. Forza Motorsport 5 set the standard for Xbox One games, and we can't forget this instant classic.
The other cool thing is that even when you aren't playing Forza 5, this AI based on your behavior.
Number 7, Forza Motorsport. The first Forza Motorsport to release before the discontinuation of the Xbox 360's Project Gotham Racing. These two games share the same publishers but have different developers. Forza Motorsport can be considered something of a spiritual successor even though Forza Motorsport came and Project Gotham Racing coexisted. Which series you prefer boils down to preference. Number 6, Forza Horizon 2. While the first Forza Horizon was a bold and ambitious project, Forza Horizon 2 went the extra mile with its open world. This is perhaps the most underrated game of the Forza Horizon franchise, as it did so much for the series. It had better car customization and a wider variety of cars to choose from. You could drift around its open world with friends for hours on end. You don't necessarily need to participate in its events to enjoy this game, even though modes like King of the Hill are addicting.
Denser, with rewarding racing and exploration content. The backdrop this time is a slab of land straddling the border of North.
Number 5, Forza Motorsport 4. Although Forza Motorsport 4 is by no means a lackluster game, it could have added more features rather than polish existing gameplay elements. The Kinect Auto Vista mode was an excellent addition for those who owned a Kinect. It allowed you to interact with vehicles like never seen before in the Forza Motorsport series. A significant number of tracks were taken from Forza Motorsport 3. When a game adds too much content, it can wind up looking like a revolting mess. Looking at the game objectively and not criticizing its added content, this is a highly polished game that plays phenomenally. Number 4, Forza Motorsport 6. Forza Motorsport 5 is a notable benchmark for Xbox One racing games. However, Forza Motorsport 6 did a turnaround by improving gameplay mechanics, adding vehicles, enhancing graphics, and it made races more enjoyable. For being a significant improvement over its predecessor, it deserves high placement on this list.
Wash under the wipers and trace left or right with cornering forces are far closer to the likes of Drive Club, but it's the physical part.
Number 3, Forza Motorsport 3. It was abundantly clear that after the release of Forza Motorsport 3 that the Forza was the definitive Xbox 360 racing game. It was emerging as a racing series with the most realistic gameplay mechanics. Driving tight corners was not as easy as previous games, which is why it had a substantial learning curve. Several generations after its release, Forza Motorsport 3, it remains as possibly the best Xbox 360 game for racing of all time. Number 2, Forza Horizon 3. Developers Turn 10 Studios and Playground Games form a winning combo, which is evidenced by Forza Horizon 3. The game comes close to perfection as an open-world racer. Minor tasks like locating barn find gives you more cars to drive. Getting vehicles is not tedious, grinding like Forza Motorsport 5, but there is an opportunity to find new cars at every turn. Try the game's Blizzard Mountain and Hot Wheel expansions and you'll find a new definition for racing DLC. Get the Xbox One X and experience Forza Horizon 3's native 4K gameplay. You won't regret it.
Is that Horizon 3 runs at a locked 30 frames per second, as with previous Horizon games, but the driving experience is smooth and consistent.
Number 1, Forza Horizon 4. While the Forza Motorsport series is the ultimate racing simulator, Forza Horizon takes on a more arcadey feel. Forza Horizon 4 is the best Forza game and it's not even close. Every off-road path is a new adventure waiting to happen. Drive through snow, rain, and sunshine during all the seasons. Planes fly overhead as you drive, and the HDR environments are vibrant and immersive. There are too many reasons to buy this game. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future.